welcome back. I hope you're on half term now and looking forward to Halloween. Because Halloween is just around the corner, I thought we could read the first chapter of Gobbolino the Witch's Cat and then practice our inference skills. What do you think? Chapter 1, Gobbolino in Disgrace. One fine moonlit night, little Gobbolino the Witch's kitten and his sister Sutica tumbled out of the cavern where they'd been born to play catch-a-mouse among the creeping shadows. It was the first time they'd left the cavern, and their round eyes were full of wonder and excitement at everything they saw. Every leaf that blew, every dewdrop that glittered, every rustle in the forest around them set their furry black ears a prick. Did you hear that, brother? Did you see that, sister? I saw it, and that, and that, and that. When they were tired of playing, they sat side by side in the moonlight, talking and quarrelling a little, as witches' kittens will. What will you be when you grow up? Gobbolino asked, as the moon began to sink behind the mountains and cocks crowed down in the valley. Oh, I'll be a witch's cat like my ma, said Sutica. I'll know all the Book of Magic off by heart and learn to ride a broomstick and turn mice into frogs and frogs into guinea pigs. I'll fly down the clouds on the night wind with the bats and the barn owls saying, meow! So when people hear me coming, they'll say, hush, there goes Sutica the witch's cat. Gobbolino was very silent when he heard his sister's fiery words. And what will you be, brother? Asked Sutica agreeably. I'll be a kitchen cat, said Gobbolino. I'll sit by the fire with my paws tucked under my chest and sing like the kettle on the hob. When the children come in from school, they'll pull my ears and tickle me under the chin and coax me round the kitchen table with a cotton reel. I'll mind the house and keep down the mice and watch the baby, and when the children are in bed, I'll creep on my missus's lap while she darns the stockings and master nods in the chair. I'll stay with them for ever and ever, and they'll call me Gobbolino the kitchen cat. Don't you want to be bad? Sutica asked him in great surprise. No, said Gobbolino. I want to be good and have people love me. People don't love witches' cats. They're too disagreeable. He licked his paw and began to wash his face, while his little sister scowled at him and was just about to trot in and find their mother when a ray of moonlight falling across both the kittens set her fur standing on end with rage and fear. Brother! Brother! One of your paws is white! In the deeps of the witch's cavern, no one had noticed that little Gobbolino had been born with a white front paw. Everyone knows this is quite wrong for witches' kittens, which are black all over from head to foot. But now the moonbeam lit up a pure white sock with 5 pink pads beneath it, while the kitten's coat, instead of being jet black like his sister's, had a faint sheen of tabby, and his lovely round eyes were blue. All witches' kittens were born with green eyes. No wonder that little Sutica flew into the cavern with cries of distress to tell her mother all about it. Ma! Ma! Our Gobbolino has a white sock. He has blue eyes. His coat is tabby, not black, and he wants to be a kitchen cat. The kitten's cries brought her mother, Grimalkin, to the door of the cavern. Their mistress, the witch, was not far behind her, and in less time than it takes to tell, they'd knocked the unhappy Gobbolino head over heels, set him on his feet again, cuffed his ears, tweaked his tail, bounced him, bullied him, and so bewildered him that he could only stare stupidly at them, blinking his beautiful blue eyes as if he couldn't imagine what they were so angry about. At last Grimalkin picked him up by the scruff of his neck and dropped him in the darkest, dampest corner of the cavern among the witch's tame toads. Gobbolino was afraid of the toads and shivered and shook all night. Gobbolino. That's chapter 1. Let's have a little think about the skill of inference. Do we remember what that is? Think back if you did the drill downs over the summer with me. The skill of inference, in which is the verb to infer. Do you remember? Inference is a conclusion and understanding based on the evidence that we have. So it's not like being told something, it's when something is implied and we can figure it out from the information that we have. So let's see if we can practice. We know that Gobbolino and his sister Sutika are born in the deeps of the witch's cavern. What are the deeps of the witch's cavern like? And how do we know? Does it tell us? What does it suggest? Well, first of all, what's a cavern? Do we know what a cavern is? Is there a word in cavern that we do know? Can you see it? It's the word cave. And a cave is a place within the rocks or under the rocks, under the earth. And it's dark in there. Is there any evidence in the text to suggest that the cavern is dark? What evidence is there that suggests that the cavern is dark? Nobody realised that Gobbolino had a white front paw. And what else about him did they not realise? He had blue eyes and tabby markings on his fur. He wasn't jet black. He had the lines and markings of a tabby cat. So we can infer that the cavern was dark because nobody realised that Gobbolino had a white front paw, tabby fur and blue eyes because they couldn't see in the dark. Are you remembering how this inference business works now? Let's see if we can find another question. How can we infer that Grimalkin and the witch hurt Gobbolino for a long time? Can you picture the scene? There's a whole list of things that they did to him. First of all, they knocked him over and put him on his feet again. Then they cuffed his ears, tweaked his tail, bounced him, bullied him and bewildered him, confused him. That's a lot of things that they did. And after that long list of abuses, it says, at last, Grimalkin picked him up. So there's a long list of things that they did, followed by the words, at last, which suggests that something has been taking a long time and we've been waiting for it to end. So we can infer that Grimalkin and the witch hurt Gobbolino for a long time because there's an extensive list of things that they did to him. And it says that at last his mother put him in the dampest, darkest corner, and at last suggest that something's taken a long time in coming. Third question, last question. What do you think Grimalkin cares about above all else? Grimalkin is Gobbolino's mother, and she appears just on the last page of this chapter. Do you remember what she does? What do you think she cares about and why? Where's your evidence? Well, think about how she treats Gobbolino. Would you say that she cares about him above all else? No, because of the appalling way that she treats him. But why does she treat him in that appalling way? Because he's not a true witch's cat. So what does she care about above all else, do you think? I think so. That she and her kittens are true witches' cats. Well done you on practicing your inference skills this Halloween. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that first chapter. You've got time to finish this book over half term if you so desire. You can read it independently or read it with a loved one. Read it aloud, read it in your head, but I think you'll find it really enjoyable and it's quite a quick read. Well, thank you for stopping by today. It was lovely to read with you and practice our inference skills, and I do hope that you enjoyed the rest of half term and trick-or-treating or a light party if that's where you're going. And I will see you again over Advent for some more Advent drill downs of the books that we looked at last Advent. So we'll be practicing our reading skills again. So do come back for more thinking readers. Until the next time.